Okay guys, video number 2. So, check it out. Yesterday was the orientation. That was very exciting to kind of get this on the way, get this moving and grooving. And this is kind of what I'm going to do, like per day, kind of start jumping into these things, learning about it, documenting it. And then just moving, just flowing, riding the wave, sharing the experience, sharing the knowledge, and seeing if we can't just eliminate the need or the reason or whatever, the worry of money, because it's ridiculous. Nobody likes it. And let's get into this. Let's do it. So today we're talking about time. And basically, it's how to make money in your sleep. That was the original question, and then we'll get to kind of like some answers on that. I'm still working on it, and we'll continue more into that tomorrow. But so it's time. We have 24 hours in a day. 24 hours, but we don't utilize all 24 hours in a day, right? So I looked up what is the average workday. So the average workday for an American is 8.8 hours a day, and that comes out to a 44-hour work week, and that's working 5 days a week, right? So I know there's variations in that, and isn't that kind of interesting that so a 9 to 5, that was an 8-hour day, you know? Now we're working 8.8 hours a day. We're working 44 hours a week. So that's now the average, right? And that's, so I mean, there's less and then there's more, but before I'm pretty sure it was like a 40-hour work week and the 9 to 5. That's what we were kind of basing a lot of numbers, and that's where that saying came from. So it's interesting to see that number kind of going up. People are working more to just simply, I believe, sustain themselves. So I was kind of just, and then let's throw out this little idea here, because I was definitely in this boat, that it said 15% of Americans are engaged in their job. And so they drew the conclusion that 85% of people are unhappy in their jobs. Drop a comment if you are one of those people. I mean, just be honest. It's like, it's how it goes, and this is why I'm doing this, because ultimately, so we don't have to worry about money. You have more time doing what you want to do, and focusing more on it, because we are, as humans, I believe we have a natural drive to want to work and want to produce. It's just, what do you want to produce, you know? I think that's the problem. I think a lot of people are in a genre or in a category that are, if we're so focused about making money, you're getting into a place that you're just in it for the money. You're not in it for your passion. Some teachers get out of teaching, that was their passion, because they don't make enough money, and there's so many other examples of that. So, but let's say you wake up at 8 a.m. You get to work at 9 a.m. and then you leave at 5:50 p.m. with the 8.8 hour workday. So you get off at 5:50. Depending on your drive, there's some things I didn't get to document and write all the specificities of this. So it's like, then you leave at 5:50. Some people drive further or closer to work because of, again, for the reason of money. This job pays more, so I need to drive 30 minutes out. So like let's say you get off at 5:50 and you have to drive 30 minutes home. That now puts you at 6:20. You get home at 6:20, and I'm kind of basing this off of like my model of just kind of how my day was. And you'll see where your day differs. And I'd like you to also maybe drop that in the comment, like how your day differs, because I said if you don't have kids, right? Because I know I can only imagine for the people who have kids, right? How much it adds on to their time. And I don't know, because I feel like I don't get what I need to get done now without kids. And I'm just like, oh man, I feel for you. So I said, if you don't have kids, you still need to take a shower, make dinner, do dishes, etc. And this is granted you do all of that, right? Because in an 8.8-hour workday, dude, you get tired. Like, I can only, when I was, serving every day, an 8.8-hour workday for serving, I'm coming back home brain dead. Brain dead. I'm like, I get home and I'm like, my brain's fuzzy and I'm just like, I didn't want to do anything at all. I wanted to, showers were a place for me to kind of, reset. So, I'd get a shower and then for the most part, bring food from home. And so, and that's where I wanted to get into the fact that things are now being sacrificed. And we'll talk about that on, I think, this next page. But, so now, if you're like me, and you need your sleep to function and to be at optimal productivity, and I believe we all love our sleep and need our sleep. I've been fighting that one too, because I'm like, before I was like, I hear a lot of podcasts, and they're saying, you can't sleep as much, you'll sleep when you're dead, this, that, and the other, and I'm like, okay, I'm all fired up, so then I try to wake up and neglect my sleep the next morning, and no, it doesn't work. It doesn't work for me whatsoever. I actually end up wasting that day and wasting more time, and not because I want to. It's not because I wanted to, it's because I'm not there, I'm not up to it. And then I've wasted my entire day. I needed a nap. I've crashed, I need my sleep. And particularly, I had a Fitbit for a little while. It broke, unfortunately. Seemed like it was exactly a year and 1 day after I got it. So, of course, I couldn't get the warranty. But it just stopped working. And so did Logan's. Weird. But I understood, so it was super cool because it would tell you what kind of sleep you got, how much sleep you needed. I found out that I actually sleep about 9 hours a night, but I'm up, and it's weird because you're actually up for a certain amount of time. When you're sleeping, you just don't remember it because it's like in very small increments. I'm typically up like an hour of my sleep, and then I sleep for 8 hours, where it's like I get my light sleep or my REM sleep or my deep sleep. And I've noticed that. So if I go to sleep at 10, I can wake up at 7. But if I go to sleep at 11, I'm waking up at 8. And if I go to sleep at 12, I'm waking up at 9. Like, I've tried to, go on that 8 hours of sleep. Oh, 8 hours is what you need. And I'm like, I've tried to do it, and I don't know. I don't believe it has anything to do with my ambition or my desire to, my lack of desire to want to be successful. I'm like, no, because when I finally come to it, I'm like, okay, yeah, I got some things to do. I'm ready to get ready for the day, enjoy myself, and get done what I need to get done. But like before that, if I don't get my sleep, I'm not the same Kyle. I'm not in the same mind either. I'm just like, yeah, no, screw it all. Like, I don't want it, so no, I need my sleep. So bed by 10 or 11, and then you're up by 7 or 8. And the example that we just said, so let's say you did go to sleep at 10 and you woke up at 7, then you have 2 hours. So then you don't have to kind of scramble, because we also were talking about a 30-minute drive, so you'd have to leave at 8:30. So if you woke up at 8 in my example, you would only have 30 minutes to get ready, to then leave by 8:30 to get to work by 9. So 7 a.m. sounds more attractive, or at least 7:30, somewhere in that, because depends on what you're trying to do. I like to work out in the mornings. I like to eat, kind of come to life, drink a little bit of coffee, and those are things to account for, 100%. It's just part of my schedule. I don't know your schedule, but for me, those are things that I need to account for. I need to kind of come to life. I don't like being rushed out of my house. I don't also like missing my meal, because then if we have a hungry Kyle, we have a not so productive Kyle, and I've worked on not being a mean Kyle whenever I'm hungry, but there was times where that would get to me because I am hungry, you all have felt being hungry before, and particularly maybe being hungry at work, and you're just not with it. So, So then I did these numbers because I'm like, oh man, right? So I'm like, okay, so 24 hours in a day, 9 hours of sleep. That comes out to 37.5% of your time in a full day sleeping. You're sleeping for 37.5% of your day. Now, with the 8.8 hour workday, that's 36.66667% of your time in a full day. So that's 36.67% of your day is working, 37.5% of your day is sleeping. So the remainder of that is 25.83%, or 6.2 hours left of time, and that is before, mostly after work, right? Depending on your schedule, right? So if you're a server like how I was, I got majority of my time in the beginning of the day, and then I had to work nights. So, kind of does change, but you have 6.2 hours left of time to clean, eat, cook, work out, mentally prepare, and wind down. I don't know about you, but like there was times where I needed to prepare myself for what I was going into. And then when I got off, I needed to figure out how to wind down and not take work home and relax. There's other things I know that I'm missing, but you have 6.2 hours left to do that. And it just didn't seem like enough to me. So I also wanted to see further, how much was it? So you have 168 hours in a week, right? Now with those same percentages, it now comes out to, in a week, you sleep 63 hours, right? You work 61 hours, and then I didn't know how to classify it because there's kind of two separate times there. It's like, then 43 hours home, but like there's activities between actually like kind of enjoying yourself and then kind of just cleaning. So, I mean, let's say that we're saving, because this was a 5-day work week. So let's say Saturday and Sunday was your day that you got to enjoy yourself. So that means, seriously, Monday through Friday, you're working, you're getting home, all you're doing is being able to eat, clean, and get back to work for 5 days straight. I mean, yeah, I don't know. And it's like, almost like you wonder why then people feel like they need to drink or smoke or do all these other things to just kind of just know or dull yourself to, like, just to get through, like, and then that switch to delayed gratification goes to instant gratification, and you're just like, at least I got my vape, or at least I got, when I get home I'm gonna have a drink, or I'm gonna smoke a little bit, and then you just look forward to these small things just to get you through, and they're actually just more destructive and detrimental than they should be. I wanted to look at it in a month's perspective as well, and now you have 720 hours in a month. That's on a 30-day month, but I know there's like a variation between that. So 7 days times 4 weeks, so 672 hours in a month. And so basically that comes out to 270 hours sleeping, 264 hours working, and you have 186 hours home. And again, that's like a split, because it's like, there's home, and so there's cleaning when you're at home or doing yard work or doing other things, and then there's relaxing or enjoying yourself. And so you're just starting to see that there's like such a minimal amount of time that you have to actually kind of like just enjoy yourself, like sustainably and like in appropriate ways. I don't know. So and then I kind of like almost asked myself, like, am I being too selfish? Like, do I need that much time? Should I have that much time? Is it too much for me to ask to have more time? I don't know. I also wanted to include, the reason why I'm also doing this is just so, again, you can kind of focus on being a person, doing what you want to do, working on exactly how you feel like you need to benefit society in your way that is going to be most productive to you. And these things are seeming to work for me, and I just know that you can go further and further. And that's why I was saying, like, this series is going to be extremely cool because it keeps me on my toes. It benefits me by, like, getting this knowledge, and then sharing it with you. Then, like, you get to kind of see me kind of work it out, and then also, like, give you these different tips and stuff. Like, I haven't made $1 from work. I checked my bank statement, like a paycheck, even I was a server, but I haven't made a paycheck from Mulligan's since August 14th, 2020. I mean, and we're almost at the end of, we're at the end of October. So almost October, November. I haven't made $1, and we're still on a pretty dang good trajectory to be doing all right. I'm not freaking out yet, and I don't plan on freaking out. I'm planning on getting my expenses to live to zero, or to even be cash flow positive, and not worry about money. I don't want to worry about money. I don't. I refuse to. I don't see why we have to. I don't believe we need to. I don't believe I need to pay somebody to not worry about money, because then I even worry about more money, because then I got to work more. We'll talk about more so outsourcing these things and whether it will be worth it or how it will be worth it. So now basically with those numbers, I was like, wow, so either I need to sleep less, but that risks my performance, risks my job or my reputation due to my lack of performance or lack of jubilee, you know, because like if I'm not like all happy and ready to go, I probably unfortunately don't have enough energy to even like try to give to you, you know, because I'm still working on just trying to make it through, not freaking fall out on the ground, KO and go in a coma. And this is without substances keeping you going. Like, this is like under a sober mind. This is not having a vape, no nicotine. This is not doing any other drugs, you know. And I mean, coffee's quite cheap. It's not bad, but also, you know, that's another thing. You know, if we're trying to look at the pocketbook, coffee's not really that expensive, but everything adds up, and that's going to be another topic where freeing yourself from different addictions that you have, and we'll talk about the extent of addictions, because it doesn't just go with the ones that we know. They go even further in different ways, shapes, and forms. That you free yourself from some of these addictions, how they will be some of the biggest freedom to your pocketbook that you'll know of in the first steps, you know. Then I was like, either I gotta make more money at your job in order to hopefully work less, or to feel accurately paid for how much you do, right? So it's like, even if you still had to work all those hours, as long as you're getting paid like buku dollars, like I'd be fine, you know. Then it's like, because then I had enough money to be like, all right, so listen, I'm not coming in all of December, because I'm going to go travel, or November and December, and I'm going to go travel. I'm going to spend time with family. I'm going to just take my time, because I make so much money that I can take 2 months off and I'll be fine. But the problem is most of us don't make that much money at our job. We work a lot of hours, and then we still don't have enough time to go take off, and we don't feel accurately compensated for what we do. Yeah. And then so then I was coming down to, like, make money while you sleep, or, you know, better known as passive income. And so that's going to be my goal, and we'll talk a little bit more. But then I was like, also eliminate time doing mundane tasks, you know, so either stop cooking or stop cleaning or stop mowing your lawn or any yard related maintenance. And those are so small, though. That's the small parts. Like, you could do that, but it's like, focus on the fixed necessities. Focus on the heavy hitters, your taxes, your insurance, your phone bill, your mortgage, your sleep. Focus on those big boys. And then if, you know, we want to go further, we can. And we can still talk about those when we get there, but right now the focus is going to be on these heavy hitters, these big boys that if we can start to manage and get a better handle on and better understanding, we are going to have better financial freedom, better financial fitness, and we will be, I think, more joy, more peace in our lives, because we're just not in this state of almost panic, in this state of desperation, of just constantly, if I'm not moving and grooving you know, I got to make money, and then tomorrow I got to, you know, it's just like we get okay with it, but I think it's not okay that we've gotten okay with it. I don't think we need to be there, to be honest. Now, some of the ways that I found that you can make money while you sleep: write an ebook, drop shipping, which I'm not familiar with, but basically you get products or something from AliExpress, not familiar with that, and you sell it through Amazon FBA, not familiar with that. I'm gonna look into that and see what's going on with it. YouTube video, YouTube videos. So that's this one, and that's cool. But this is like a win-win-win-win-win, because like I just really like doing this. It's helping me out. It's helping you out. And then I guess if these start to do well, then we're on the way to making money while I sleep, and that's really, really exciting. And then with YouTube videos, you can do affiliate marketing, which like it's like, if you want a notebook just like this, I could drop a link to Amazon after I've created my account and everything, that you can go buy your very own 70 college rule subject, you know, one of these things. And then if you buy it, then I guess I get like a couple cents or something. I don't know exactly how it works, but I'm interested in doing that. And I was also interested in doing reviews, because I have, I believe, kind of high standards with different products, and I expect a lot. Like, I mean, I expect what you advertise, what you market. So, and whenever it doesn't really do it, like I'm kind of this GoPro. I'm gonna probably drop a review about this GoPro. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm giving it a huge chance, and I really like the idea. There's something I like about it, but there's some things that are just shining through that I'm not sure I feel. Don't make me have to do it, GoPro. I don't say anything mean, but yeah, it's just really pros and cons, rational, breaking it down. What could be better, what I'm not a fan of, and that's subjective too, right? Like these headphones, these are Skull Candy. I've had them forever. They're freaking amazing. I know AirPods are kind of like the next best thing. I'm kind of every day. I've had these for a while now, maybe over a year. So every day that I'm using these, I'm technically stretching my money, and I'm making kind of money because I'm not spending money on new things. So every day that I have these, and that's what we'll also talk about that. Use everything. Don't waste. I mean, your clothes, your this, your that. We'll talk about laundry, the good, efficient way for laundry, different cleaning ways. I mean, 4-Hour Work Week, by the way, because that's what's given me a lot of these ideas. Highly suggest that book. Super, super duper cool. Last two of them that you can make money while you're sleeping: real estate rentals. A little bit more effort that you got to put into that, unless you get a property manager, and then I guess you kind of collect it. But the barrier to entry for that is kind of, I mean, you kind of, especially if you're going to get a loan, you need to be able to have some work history. Currently, I don't have that. I'd be interested in doing it, but it is kind of, that one's easier. Just the barrier to entry. You know, you kind of got to have the dollars, and there's different things that you got to do, and then once you do it, that's cool, and that's a good one. I would like to look into that one when it's possible. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll get back to that one. And I'm also listening to a book on how to acquire rental properties, or whatever. I forgot his name right now. I'll get back to that as well. And then peer-to-peer lending. I actually just filled out, that's a new one. I've never heard of that, but I guess it seems like a pretty dang good idea. I just signed up for an account on Constant, because there's a few different ones. There's Prosper, Zopa, Lending Club, and Constant. But Constant was the peer-to-peer lending that is backed up, meaning it's it's mortgage backed, right? Or no, not mortgage backed. That's mortgage-backed securities. That was pre-2008. That was not related to this. But basically, if the person that you've lended money to defaults, and you wouldn't lose your money, they actually give you your money back in cryptocurrency, which I'm getting more oriented with it. I signed up for the account basically right now. If you sign up, you get $2,000 that they lend you to lend to others, and you will reap the interest and the money that you make from lending that money So basically, they're taking that risk to allow you to try out their product or their service, and then you get to keep the interest on it. And I guess, like, I mean, if it's good, I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna see where it goes. So I will let you know, because that is interesting. I don't know. I mean, they literally let you try it with their money. So, you know, it depends on how much I make. I don't know how much I'm gonna make. I'm gonna be safe with it because it's about making money. I'm not trying to go like crazy, and I'm not gonna lend all 2,000 of it like to one person. I'll do it in small increments and do really secure lending, and we'll figure it out. And if I make any money from it that I'll be able to cash out on, why not? I mean, I don't know. I don't see a problem with that. That sounds exciting. So, thank you guys. I'm going to keep looking into all of this, getting at you, and just figuring out how to do more of these, just these exciting topics. I can't wait till I fill out the rest of this book. This is how many pages I have left to this book, which, I mean, it's not really a lot in comparison to how many I'm going through now. But yeah, this is awesome. I hope you got something from this. I hope you enjoyed it. Please drop a like and a comment and maybe a share. Boop boop. Your favorite, your dude Kyle, me right here. Boom. Yeah. So I'm excited to see how this channel goes in the future and what is gonna come out of it. So hopefully a lot of wealth for you and for me. All right, have a great day. Bye. Boom. Out.